The Thompson brothers are some of the most recognizable names in the National Lacrosse League, and Jeremy Thompson is the oldest of the four brothers. Growing up, he taught his younger brother life lessons like hard work and perseverance, but he also had to overcome some dark days of his own, and today, we're telling his story. Lacrosse ran in the Thompson family. All four brothers followed in their dad's footsteps when they started playing in the backyard together at a young age.
We're a close-knit family and we did everything together, and basically growing up in the backyard and transitioning to different sports, and lacrosse just ended up sticking, I think, just because it's a part of our culture and more than a sport for us, and like you said, we take it to that much more of a meaning.
Jeremy, being the oldest of the four, tried to set an example for his three younger brothers, always challenging them to work hard and to be the best they could be.
As a kid around the house, he was always a hard-working kid. There's this one interview where his coach calls him a man amongst boys, the way he plays lacrosse, and he's always been like that because he's always been a hard-working kid. He's always out there with my father doing, the hard work.
Jeremy was a mentor for all of us. Was just the way he held himself, the way he carried himself, and he was a hard worker. He's a hard worker. Not just through lacrosse, but school.
But what his younger brothers didn't know about was the struggles that Jeremy faced. He became addicted to drugs and alcohol and even thought about taking his own life. But thankfully, his family was there to help him pull through.
I was going through a hard time, I had suicidal thoughts, I was emotional, and for me, I just finally came to my dad, told him that I needed help, and he took me out by a nearby creek and he sent me down there. I was emotional. And he sat there, and we sat there for about 20 minutes, and he asked me, what do you see? Right then and there, it had dawned upon me that I put myself in as that water, and I answered him back. I said, well, I see water going down, the stream isn't straight. I see rocks in there, and right then and there, I had realized that those rocks in that water, and I asked myself, the resemblance of water and how powerful that is to life, and no matter what you put in front of it, it's always going to find its way through. So I kind of put myself in as that water, and those rocks were my kind of roadblocks in my life.
And pull through he did. He became the first member of his family to go to college and now gets to live out his dream of playing professional lacrosse alongside his three younger brothers.
I mean, it's an amazing, it feels great, just knowing that all of us that wanted this as kids growing up, and for all of us to be here and playing with each other and against each other, it feels good.
We got four of us in the league, and it just shows that, Jeremy led by good example, and he showed us what it takes to get here.
It's a dream come true. Brings back all those memories of growing up with my family.
Jeremy is now 7 years sober and hopes that his story of overcoming demons will inspire and encourage the next generation. For Rush TV, I'm Mia Gordon.